Hi, my name is Anthony Papalexopoulos. I'm a PhD student at the Department of Operations Research at UC Berkeley. We are here today at the UC Berkeley campus, co-organizing with the Hellenic Business Network, the Hellenic Entrepreneurship Symposium. On behalf of Greek TV, I'm talking here today with Dr. Alex Papalexopoulos. Can you tell us why you are here today and about the importance of this event?
Thank you, Mr. Papalexopoulos. The Hellenic Business Network asked me to participate in this event and share my experiences with the audience in terms of how I started my company, what is our business, our space, the clients, the problems we faced in starting the company, obstacles we overcame as we grew as a company, and also a success story.
Dr. Papalexopoulos, can you give us a few details about your company?
Yes. The name of our company is ECCO International. We formed the company in 1998. We're based in San Francisco, California. We have offices also in Athens, Greece, and Brisbane, Australia. We're a specialized energy consulting and software company. And our clients are governments, regulators, transmission system operators, independent system operators, power exchanges, and software vendors. And the services we provide are in the area of power systems, energy market design, market monitoring, software certification and auditing, also power systems planning and operations.
Dr. Papalexopoulos, could you talk a bit about the differences between opportunities in entrepreneurship here in the Silicon Valley and back in Greece?
Here in the US, this is, I think, especially in this area, it's a very good environment for young people to start a company if they have good ideas and knowledge about a certain area. The environment is very pro-business. It's easier to find money, and also a support system to help you grow a company. In Greece, we come from a very different starting point. Things are changing slowly, but there are many obstacles that a young person that wants to start a company needs to overcome. First, I think bureaucracy is a major issue. The government is trying to do something about it today, but nevertheless, there are obstacles related to bureaucracy. There are obstacles related to support systems that the young person needs to rely on, tap onto resources in order to start a company and grow the company. But these things are changing. But as you know, it will take some time for those things to be materialized. If you want to do business in Greece, you need a lot of patience. You need a lot of patience, and you need to develop a support system to help you start a company.
Mr. Adam Nicolopoulos is a financial consultant. Mr. Nicolopoulos, can you tell us why you're here today and about the importance of the event?
Yes, I think this is an extremely important event for our community, for Greeks and Greek Americans, and particularly the students. The reason I'm here is because I was invited by the Hellenic Entrepreneur Association, and it's really a privilege and a pleasure to be here to speak at this. I think it's the first event, if I'm not mistaken. It
is indeed, yeah. This is the first time we're organizing this. Mr. Nicolopoulos, can you give us some details about your company and what you do?
Yes, with pleasure. I worked in the financial industry for an investment bank for about 18 years in New York City, in London for about 14 years, and most recently in the US for another 5 years. And over the last 3-4 years, I decided to start my own company. It's, you can say it's the climate here, being in the Bay Area, full of entrepreneurs. But at the same time, I foresaw a need to advise large-scale infrastructure projects in transportation infrastructure, as well as in the renewable sector. And over the last 5 or 7 years, we see a major trend of VCs and institutional investors participating in this hugely growing area, which is that of clean tech and renewable sector. So we are positioning to capture some of this growth and help people.
Could you speak to us about the differences in opportunities in the area of entrepreneurship here in the Silicon Valley and in general in the US versus the opportunities in Greece?
Yes, this is the type of opportunity that I would not be able to perform in Europe, let alone in Greece, because you're here basically in the hub of entrepreneurship. The accessibility of funds is slightly easier. You've got to be thorough, you've got to be extremely systematic, and it is important you have the track record to persuade investors to park the money in your enterprise. But at the same time, I wanted to be close to Silicon Valley because a lot of new ideas regarding renewable energy and clean tech are getting introduced. So we want to be among the first ones to capture that. The other thing I wanted to mention here in this interview is that my company has two particular functions. One is to function as a financial advisor or a consultant to large infrastructure projects, which are surface transportation. Basically, it includes ports, airports, mass transit systems, and roads. These are huge projects, 500 million and above, potentially over $1 billion. And over the last decade, we've developed the expertise on how to advise either governments, public sector agencies, or including institutional investors and contractors, how to raise big parcels of funding, which is quite complicated for projects of this nature. The other segment of our business is the clean tech, the renewable energy, which for me, that's where I take personal interest, because for me it's intellectually stimulating, and plus also there is an element of fulfillment in terms of delivering something good to the community.
Mr. Dimitrakakis, welcome.
Thank you, Anthony.
Can you tell us about the importance of today's event?
Well, this is a tremendous success for Hellenic Business Network and for the Greek community. I really commend the efforts of the Hellenic Student Association, STN, of course, you know, the chair-leader of all the effort, Christina Tsakona, for her dynamism, commitment, and really effective leadership in making this happen. I was told that this is a huge success for California standards. I'm coming from the East Coast, so we have a lot of more people attending, but today's event is really a success. So I'm very thankful, and this is one of many to come. So we see this as an introduction of many things to come.
We hope so too. Could you give us some details about the Hellenic Business Network?
Well, the Hellenic Business Network was established 12 years ago in Boston on a single mission to bring together Hellenism in its classical term, you know, like being able, education, meritocracy, competition, globalism, and business. So it was focused to what drives Hellenism and business into success in the global arena. Then, you know, this message was accepted and embraced by the Greek community. And as of the last 3 years, we expanded to New York City, and of course now to San Francisco Bay Area. And this is our first major event in entrepreneurship at UC Berkeley.
Mr. Dimitrakakis, could you discuss a bit the differences in opportunities in the direction of entrepreneurship here in the US and back in Greece?
Well, this is
Heated debate.
Heated debate, but I think it's very clear. You have two different cultures. One culture is rewarding you for taking risks. Every new idea requires risk-taking. Of course, there is a methodology of how you accept and progress through those risks and minimizing and mitigating the risks, but they still accept the possibility of a risk. And then you have the Greek mentality or culture where they don't like to take risks. Risk is a taboo, and the whole community kind of is afraid of taking risks. Of course, there are different support mechanisms for the risk taking here in the US. There is an ecosystem. There is great schools that they teach you how to compete, how to put these things into motion, and of course, the money and the mentoring and the great schools and industry that is so apparently intertwined in everyday life.
Thank you, Mr. Dimitrakakis, for being here today
Thank
and
you,
for
Anthony.
your insights.
Thank you, I appreciate it.